Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the channel. Once again, welcome to the delayed flight. Any idea where we are right now? This, by the way, is not our plane, but just to have a look inside how it looks like. Definitely it is quite interesting. Another bespoke airport, another amazing airport with unbelievable details. So these are the real heroes. There is no doubt about this. These are the real heroes. The heroes that actually I think they have learned only one thing. Hundreds of hours of simulations and then flights to Lukla airport, Nepal. This is exactly where we are. May I? Just a second, excuse me, thank you. And our plane is the Dragon. We have a Cessna 172, the Dragon. And we will not examine the airport right now. I can hardly wait to land at this airport. I can hardly wait. So we will try to just to take off and to land to see how it feels like. Now, the problems are many. And the first one is if we shall turn here, if we shall depart straight out. The runway is less than 2,000 feet. As you may know, it is an iconic airport, one of the most famous airports in the world, and maybe one, yeah, definitely one of the most difficult airports in the world. But we will not examine the airport right now. So the first question is if we shall turn and use all the runway or just to depart immediately. Because actually, you know, to turn is not that easy. Anyhow, I will have a try and worst chance to use slew mode. Because as you know, these planes, they don't have any pushback features or reverse thrust, so if I cannot make it, I will use slew mode. In general, in this airport you can see many idiots that just try to depart and to land, especially about the, I don't know which one is this big one. I think it is an Airbus. Please let me doubt if it is possible to depart successfully from this airport and needless to say to land at this airport. But anyhow, let us try just to depart and the rest for later. Yes. So I release my parking brakes. I will try to use all the runway. Maybe it's not the most wise idea. CTRL del. Excellent. Okay. Now let us see if we can turn here. Though I think the runway was enough just to depart straight out. Okay, seems the engines are quite powerful. You see, it is not that easy to turn. So anyhow, here we are, finally. I used slew mode, to be honest. Okay, somewhere here. Also have in mind that parking brakes work in this plane. I mean CTRL del, CTRL plus del. So we can set the parking brakes. And only two things. The elevation of the airport. Yeah, okay, good luck. You press here and you cannot have the details of the airport. Just type here VNLK. Lukla Airport. And here you go. You only have to remember two things. The elevation, which is about 9,200. Yeah, 9,200 feet, okay. And of course the runway is less than 1,800 feet, 1,800 feet. So this is all you know, and also that your runway is the runway 624, and you only can land on runway 6 actually. It is the only operational runway of the two. It is not easy to land from the other side. I mean, I think it is impossible. So CTRL insert, and we set the heading of the runway, which is 06. Okay. Another question is if I can use any of the autopilot features here. I don't worry that much about yeah, this is really wonderful. I don't worry that much about the takeoff. I think we will manage to take off because this is, okay, what to say, maybe the smallest plane that we can use here. The Cessna, isn't it? The Dragon. But mostly I worry how will we turn, because we just depart and we will go to land just to test if it is possible to land in this airport with the smallest plane. One of the smallest planes is the 172 Skyhawk, isn't it? So the cameras are not ideal, the cameras of the Cessna Skyhawk. So we leave. Flaps not too much, until 20, and this is more than enough. Yeah, we will hear lots of times these don't sink warnings, and immediately we retract the flaps because somehow we need to climb. So I will risk it and I will engage the autopilot, only the autopilot, and we have a look also at our vertical speed. Okay, autopilot is engaged. I keep track of my current heading. So CTRL3, isn't it? Alt 4, yeah. And I gauge the heading mode. Okay, heading mode is engaged. Alt 4 again. And altitude is engaged. Let me have a look. From which side shall I turn? Okay, we'll try to turn. $60. And I continue to turn. And somewhere here I disengage the autopilot. And here is the valley. It is very easy to get lost in this airport. Okay, runway is clear, and we can see the runway. Maybe to record. I set flaps. So far, so good. But now is the difficult part of the flight, of this very short flight. I hope I'm recording. Just try to have a speed of about 80. More flaps, okay. And there are some bushes in front of the runway. Be careful not to stall.
Stall.
Yeah, exactly. We avoid it, isn't it? And now is another difficult part. Here. Okay, somewhere here quickly. Excellent, excellent. We didn't crash. And somehow we managed to land. Actually, the most difficult part was how to turn. Okay, somewhere here. Okay. Let me set the parking brake, CTRL del. Okay. So I'm very curious to see my landing, which somehow was, I think, bearable. The most difficult part actually is this one here, is this turn. This is the most difficult part of all. This is even more difficult than the landing. Because here you must have some speed, you must not collide with the other aircraft, and you must park somehow. I think it was not bad. This camera I don't like at all. Okay, these two are bearable. We lined up on time. It is spectacular, of course it is. Yeah, this is the most difficult part here, this turn now. Not to collide, which is quite close, like a trap I would say, and to have enough thrust to manage to stop. Okay. Now if we examine the landing more thoroughly, okay, ignore these warnings, you will always hear these warnings, and we didn't stall, of course. Yeah, ignore these warnings. Yeah, of course it was good. And mostly, I insist on this, we managed to turn here and to park the plane. Yes, that was the most difficult of all, this turn here. Yeah, this turn here is a little bit difficult, but we didn't collide and went just fine. So, ladies and gentlemen, maybe not to insist any further, I'm very glad that our first attempt to land at Lukla airport was successful. Amazing details and an unbelievable scenery is this one. Someone is departing also. Seems, yeah, this is nice. Good, very good. I will not insist any further. We will not examine this wonderful airport now. Thank you for watching this clip and hope to see you soon to the next one. Till then, you take care and bye for now.